Connecticut's Beaver Lake freezes over and becomes a recreational hotspot for local ice fishermen. But as you're about to see, this sportsman's dream became one man's worst nightmare when he suddenly found himself trapped in its icy grip.
Rescuers discover a 75-year-old ice fisherman fighting for his life in frigid water. The plastic sled that once held his fishing gear now barely keeps him afloat. Volunteer firefighter Brian Sheftel was there.
The adrenaline was pumping, and it was a tough thing for me and for the fellow firefighters that were there. I mean, everybody just wanted to jump into the pond and try to rescue this guy, and it was a real traumatic incident.
Suddenly, the victim slips off his makeshift lifebuoy. Firefighters fear the elderly man will succumb before they reach him. 4 firefighters, 2 in a boat and 2 in the water, feverishly pound through the ice towards the victim. But the man is no longer moving and now floats face down in the water.
A little bit further. You can do it, guys. Yeah, you never hang on to it, Chief. Get the hole there and have that float the other way. Say what?
At last, firefighter Cliff Mongees reaches the man.
Hey, Cliff! Let's pull you, Cliff!
Quickly, firefighters reel in the rescuer and the victim.
Is he free? Just pull steady now, and we should be submerged.
Once on shore, firefighters assess the man's condition. He's unconscious and in cardiac arrest. A Lifestar helicopter stands by to airlift the man to a hospital.
Lifestar pilot received that.
Brian Sheftel fights to save the man's life.
My thought was, if we do CPR on this victim, we'll be able to get him back, and I was really trying my hardest to do that.
3, 4.
Cliff Mongees, suffering from hypothermia himself, eyes Brian's battle with growing concern.
That's okay. No, I'll wait.
At last, the rescuers restore the elderly man's pulse and carefully transport him to the Lifestar helicopter. But the victim's advanced years make his survival uncertain. Despite everyone's efforts, his life hangs by a very thin thread.
Though paramedics and firefighters were briefly able to restore the fisherman's pulse, sadly, they were not able to restore his life. In our next story, a woman also falls prey to nature's icy grip. But this time, the victim wants to die.